Hi and welcome back. So today I'll be using the McLaren GT in Asphalt 9 multiplayer. So all these races are recorded in the current Ghost Slipstream multiplayer season and early multiplayer season. So all these races are the best races that I use, while using this car in multiplayer. They will be covered in all types of tracks, top speed, twisty, you name it, I got it. All of this will be all in this video. So first and foremost, this is one of the most forgotten cars in the game, in my opinion. I don't know why. I use it a lot, in multiplayer. I use this more than other cars that I have that technically will be a bit better in multiplayer, but I use this instead. Even though it's like in Ghost Slipstream, I still use this over the Arenero 33 for some reason. I don't know why, even though it's faster. But maybe because it's like, even though it's great, but it's not that great when it comes to events where cars like the 579XX Evo, the Gallardo in particular, will do better in events when you get a twisty track. And well, if you want to talk about like a top speed track, the Arenera, I think it's not in the current car pool now anymore, but previously it's the better car to choose when you get a top speed track. But overall, it's a really great car, and it's not a car that you can mess with. So I would like to talk about like the stats of this car. So talks about the stats, and we gotta talk about the top speed first. It's great in in C class. It goes like 353 kilometers when maxed out. It's fast for C class. It's definitely not slow when you compare to the B class as well, where it's faster than the Corvette Grand Sport, and it's a bit like slower than the Huracan. Like it's only going like 5 kilometers slower than the Huracan Evo Spider. It can compete well. There will be races with the Huracans later in this video as well. Acceleration is alright. It's great as well. It's at 80. It started really like fast at the beginning if your competition is a slow accelerating car, but it's not that bad at all. Handling is also really great. It's like a 69, which means like while drifting, it drifts really well. It doesn't lose a lot of speed. Also, it doesn't drift really wide. It's really sharp as well. The only thing is that the handling can be a bit bad at times. It can go a bit wide when you're just normal turning, but doing drifting, it's great. The only downside is, in my opinion, is the nitro efficiency. It's only like a 50 plus, so it depletes quite quickly. So sometimes after a corner of a turn, you might feel a bit like stiff sometimes because after a corner you nitro, but nitro depletes a bit quick in comparison to other C-class cars. Not as bad as like the Arena Hercera and so on, but it's not the best in like compared to other class. So here we be the Panamera Turbo, we be the GT Black series, and now start from here we be good running races with B class cars. We got Apollo N's, we got Huracans, and so on. You name it, like you got it here. So like in Ghost Slipstream in particular, you see most cars like the Apollo N, mainly the Apollo N, because like it's fast and it's easy to get when it comes to like blueprints and stuff. So for Ghost Slipstream, the Apollo N is like the Huracan of Ghost Slipstream, and when in classic season you see Huracans everywhere. So yeah, I'll probably make a video about the Apollo N, because I really want to try that car out in multiplayer. I haven't really tried like fully because I got the F1LM, so I'll use the F1LM over the Apollo N most of the time. I'll use that car in like Platinum League as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So here I lost to a Reventon at 3 stars. Currently trying to unlock it, but I beat a Apollo N. Even like as you can see in this race, even though I'm the inferior car compared to these two, I still keep up really well compared to compared to using other cars in B class as well. The Reventon at that rank goes 362 kilometers an hour, so it's a bit faster than me, and it's a bit agile than me as well when compared to the McLaren GT. So for some reason, this car is like as rare as the LVN, the like that sort of car when it comes to like appearance in multiplayer. Like no one use it. I think why this car is like it's a forgotten car is because the only way to unlock this car was during the update where this car was came out. It was like a new style event. It's like a world tour event. It's like one of the best special events that the devs can actually like came out like with. And I got this car at 3 stars for free. Getting the blueprints of it, and I spent tokens to max out this car because I got all the epics for it already for free. Yes, in that world tour event you can get epics for free just playing the special event, which is great. And this is the first maxed out maxed out high-end car that I got. And then it never got like I was expecting the devs to like get a same event style but like with a different update, but we never got it in the end, which is kind of a bummer. So here we beat a Gligon Horse and a Huracan. So here I would like to show you what it's like using it and in a top speed oriented track facing against B-class cars. Spoiler alert, I lost, but you'll see how competitive I was when compared to these cars. There's Huracans, Apollo Ants mainly, these two are the main cars in the race. There will be, there are other cars as well. So also that I think that's like one of the problems, like many reasons on why this car is forgotten. I saw a lot of this when during the update. A lot of people using it a little bit in multiplayer at the time, but after that it doesn't appear anymore. People just still use the Acron SX, the H2 speed, probably because it's like a bit more reliable and more easy to get compared to other cars, like compared to this car. But man, it's a bit shame because this car doesn't get the love it gets. I'm showing this video is because I want to let people know that this car is better than people might think it is. It might get it credit for. So like example here, even though I lost, I got like what, 6th place, 5th place, but I keeping up with all these B-class cars. Just show you how the power, like the true power of the McLaren GT has. And overall it's an all-rounder car. If you get anything, either it's twisty or straight tracks, you can perform well providing your opponents are not too fast compared to you. But if you parry them, you can still compete them with really well, as you can see in Himalayas. So we're now on to Osaka, a fairly twisty track, and I want to talk about like what type of track this car is best for. I mean, this car is an all-rounder type of car. You can use it in any track. But if you get tracks like Buenos Aires, one of the more twisty tracks, it's only twisties, it might not be not that great because there are other cars that are much more agile than this. Like the Corvette, for example, even though it's so much slower than this, it's so much agile than this. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Maybe because of the really bad nitro efficiency that this car got. So if you want to use this car in like multiplayer, I recommend just using in Silver Lake, where this car is available to use, and also in low to mid Gold Lake. This is where the lake that I record races with and like win against Apollo Ants. If you get to like higher lakes, you will be struggling. I'm not kidding, you will be struggling. Alright, because opponents will be you'll be starting to see like A-class cars. Like for example, here in San Francisco, I'm already seeing a Huayra BC. So we have W12 coupe and so on. You'll be a bit hard to win races, but if you want like the competitiveness, you can use it as well if you want. I'm recording all these like in early season, so I also record in Gold League because I want to balance out like the skill level and also like the car, so that it can balance out and really make really great races out of it. So yes, if you want to use it, go on. Wins can be can be inconsistent. Like for example, here I can't even win. Gold Slip 3 is one of the worst seasons to use this car, I must say, because everyone will be using high top speed cars. Aeroneers, Advanced Sars are the C-class car you see a lot. In B-class, you will see Apollo Ants, McLaren F1 LMs, W12 coupes, because all those cars are fairly reasonable, like fairly easy to unlock now. Like for example, now you can buy packs to get the F1 LM. You can play the showroom event to get the W12. you know, and so on and so forth. And then if you want to go like a bit high, you see 570s, you can like Quail BCs, all those stuff. Those things are so much faster than you know. And like we're now on to the Carribean. All right, we should again vendors, W12 troops, Apollo N's, Hurricanes. This is the opponents that you'll see in Ghost Slipstream. So yeah, pretty crazy. I know, pretty intense races. I have a lot of fun, you know, driving this car. It's one of the cars that I use most in game. For, you know, for C class, I use this car over every other car that I got, and I just want to say that it's worth a try if you have this car. It's worth using it. You know, you'll be surprised on how it performs. Another thing that I want to say that is a bit like maybe forgotten something is because probably it's because the rank. The rank is for 4022, which is over rank for its performance. There are other cars in C class or even like B class as well that performs better than this, and the rank doesn't even care, you know. So the rank system is kind of like effed up, you know. I just not want to say think about it. It's already past, you know. And here we got 6th place, even though we lose, but it's competitive enough. So we are now on to the last race of the video, you know, which is in Shanghai. So while this race in Shanghai, I want to give my general thoughts about this car. So to conclude, it's overall a great car when it comes to C class. It also competes well with B class cars as well, as you saw in today's video. It might be impossible to unlock now, but if you got a chance later down the line, it's worth getting it, you know. Thanks to y'all for watching. Like, it's worth getting, you know. That's about it. So thanks y'all for watching. Again, sorry for being uploading really slowly. My upload schedule has hella like effed up. I hope I can fix that soon. So sorry about that again. So that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Of trying to listen, but feeling so misunderstood.